This 11-story hotel is unlike anything Melbourne has ever seen. With an amazing rooftop bar and gathering space, incredible conference facilities, and of course, amazing guest rooms and suites like this one. So if you have friends and family coming to town for a visit, or want to go out and enjoy downtown Melbourne's great restaurants, bars, and shopping for a night or two, Hotel Melby is the place to be. Hi, and welcome back to the 411 on the 321. Tales, tenets, and tips from Space Coast business leaders, brought to you by the Melbourne Regional Chamber. I'm your host, Mel Thomas, and I'm joining you this morning from the beautiful Hotel Melby in downtown Melbourne. I have a very special guest today. This is Taylor Pafford, and Taylor is the resident service specialist at Patrick Family Housing. I want to make sure I get that perfect. Is that right?
Yes.
You must have a huge business card to fit all of that in there. So we're going to be right back with Taylor after a few words from our champion sponsor, Hedrick Brothers Construction Space Coast.
Since 1979, Hedrick Brothers Construction has been delivering quality construction for the commercial and luxury residential markets of South Florida. In 2020, a team of 2 expanded into the Space Coast region and opened an office here in Melbourne. 3 years later, the team's grown to over a dozen professionals, working on large, local projects and investing in our community. The sky's the limit for the Hedrick team. Get to know them. You'll be glad you did.
So welcome back, and welcome, Taylor.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I have never been able to sit down with anyone from Patrick Housing, so this is going to be so enlightening for me personally. I'm really looking forward to our conversation.
Okay.
So let's just launch right into it.
Okay.
What is it that you do?
So as a resident service specialist, I'm responsible for providing exceptional service to our military members that are PCSing in. So coming into Patrick, as well as all other eligible tenants who can live on the installation.
Okay.
And be responsive to their needs and make sure that I'm doing everything that they can to make sure that while they're living with us, they're having the best experience that they can.
So let's talk about Patrick Family Housing then. What is it, if somebody's unfamiliar?
Patrick Family Housing is, it's managed by Hunt Military Communities, which is a national real estate leader that's provided housing for military members and their families, as well as DoD contractors, federal civilians, military retirees, and members of the general public for over 40 years.
See, I didn't know that.
We have been open to other eligible tenants for quite some time. And basically, we just make sure that their house, so that way the biggest stressor of life is taken care of for them. So we manage the house and everything in it for them.
Okay. So I know that you state you're the ultimate gated community in Brevard County. Talk to us about that. What does that mean?
So being that we are on a military installation, to my knowledge, we are the only community within a 3-hour radius of us that is guarded by military service members.
You're probably right.
So that means anyone that's coming into the community is going to go through the vetting process to be able to access the installation. So you don't just have anybody coming in. Anyone that's on the installation has a purpose to be there.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. So there's more than just, hey, it's 4 walls and a bed. So there are a lot of amenities at Patrick Family Housing. Can you talk about some of those?
Certainly. So, typically in this market, you're going to find apartments or kind of smaller homes. But because it's military housing, the homes are going to be a little bit larger, and you've got tons of storage throughout the house.
Okay.
So anywhere they can stick a closet, they have stuck a closet there. You're also beachside. So you are 2 seconds away from the beach. I've got homes on the river. I have over 20 miles of walking and jogging trails on the base.
Oh my gosh.
I have a dining facility on the base. I've got a bowling alley. And then you're just 5 minutes away from Publix and Walmart. So you're kind of in the heart of it all and being beachside.
Yeah. Well, my next question was, why choose you? But I think you just answered it for me. So thank you. Just out of curiosity, what was your journey to get to Patrick Family Housing? What's your background?
So I started my customer service journey working for Disney. And then...
So you know hospitality.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
And then I always wanted to move over to government contracting. And moving over to Patrick Family Housing and working for the wonderful team that I work with has provided me with a lot of opportunities. I actually live on the installation too.
Oh, okay.
So my drive to work is 2 seconds.
Do you even drive or do you walk?
I drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't walk in the heat.
It's hot. Yeah. There's bugs out there. Yeah, don't do it.
But under the leadership of not only our site leadership but our regional leadership too, I have learned and grown And it's definitely been extremely helpful.
Well, good. Okay, so this is a good problem to have, but when all your units are full, you're fully occupied, what happens next?
So I don't see that happening.
Oh.
Just because in the nature of our business, we have military members who are coming in and leaving all the time.
Okay.
So we kind of have revolving units open.
Okay.
So that hasn't been a problem.
Okay, excellent. Well, I mean, even if one day it is a problem, it's a very good problem to have that you're full up. Yeah, you're doing your job as your specialist. I wonder, are you currently looking for new team members? Are you hiring?
Our site is not.
Okay.
We do have a full team. However, Hunt Military Communities does have a few remote positions.
Oh.
So they're always welcome to check huntmilitarycommunities.com/careers.
Perfect.
And reach out to our HR team to see if there's any positions that are open.
Okay, excellent. I'm glad you shared that with us. Can you also share with us your website if people want some more information on your units?
Yes. So you can go to huntmilitarycommunication.com/Patrick. And that'll take you to our information page so you can find information about our floor plans. And reach out to a member of our team if you'd like to schedule a tour or come see one of our units or just have general questions.
Okay, excellent. Perfect. You probably have a lot, but I'm curious, what's your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is working with the service members every single day.
Yeah.
Serving the men and women that serve our country and their families, and making sure that especially while the service member is away, that their family is taken care of, is our highest priority, and that's what brings me joy.
Nice. I think you're in the right position then. So Patrick Family Housing has been a partner of the Melbourne Regional Chamber for 9 years. On behalf of the Chamber, thank you so much for your partnership and your support. I wonder if you could speak to those kinds of community partnerships that you have here in Brevard, why they're important and how you use them with your business.
Of course. So partnering with local businesses and small businesses is very important to do. We want to make sure we're supporting the local economy as much as we can. And us showing our support is also, bringing those service members and the communities that we serve into those small businesses and the local businesses.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think about that. You've got these families, they want to go to the movies, they want to go shopping and eat at the local restaurants, although it sounds like you can do pretty much anything like within walking distance of your units. But I just love that, knowing that, it feeds the entire ecosystem of the Brevard economy.
Exactly. And working in multifamily housing, specifically in military, you have people who come here that have typically never been to this area.
Right.
So we are the first people that they go to ask any questions. Where should I eat? Where should I go shop?
Okay.
And having those partnerships helps provide those answers to them too.
So you're almost kind of like a concierge too. I mean, they're asking you for restaurant recommendations or cool places to go hang out or bars and restaurants.
Definitely.
Okay, very nice. Well, I'm sure you rely on some of that Disney background then.
I do, yes.
Do you? Okay, excellent. Well, this is the time in our program where I ask all of our guests to share a little tenet, a tip, a little pearl of wisdom you might have heard. It could have served you in your personal or your professional life that you just want to impart on all of us.
The big thing for me is going to be treat others the way that you would want to be treated. If I was a service member and moving, I would want to make sure that my family is taken care of, as best as they could be. And so I always strive to make that connection with those families and make sure, if you need anything, I am here for you.
Nice. I think it's simple, but it's poignant. And a little kindness goes a long way. And yes, some empathy. Yeah. Think about how you would want to be treated, especially stressful times of deployment or being moved and relocated and things like that. So I think if you stick with that, you're going to be doing okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you share your website one more time? We're going to flash it up on the screen.
Of course. It is huntmilitarycommunication.com/Patrick.
So thanks again, Taylor. Thank you for all that you're doing for our servicemen and women and their families and their support system. Thank you for your partnership and everything you do for our communities and our small businesses.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So again, thank you so much, Patrick Family Housing, for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about them or any of the Chamber partners, please check out melbourneregionalchamber.com. I'd like to thank the Hotel Melby, as always, for putting us up in this gorgeous suite this morning. Anthony with Tightline Productions for making this all possible. And of course, Isabella Serrano, Marketing Manager at the Melbourne Regional Chamber, for producing the 411 on the 321. We'll see you next time.